ain't doing nothing. Get in here, get in here, get in here. I'm about to heat up my dinner, honey. I'm about to heat up something to eat. Y'all get in here, get in here, get in here. Because y'all ain't doing nothing no way. Have you watched my series? Life with MJ, darling. Executive producer and star right here. Okay? Alright. Anyway, I'm having, let me show you what I'm having for dinner. I'm having chicken. Honey, I slaved away and prepared this earlier today. How many of y'all believe that? Oh, this is good. This smells so good. All right. Write your questions in here. I'm going to answer what I want to answer. I'm going to skip what I don't want to answer. And if I don't like your fucking question, I'm skipping it too. Okay? All right? And for you girls who act like you got sensitive fucking ears, acting like you wasn't hoeing on the streets back in the day, coming on here talking about you cuss too much, MJ. I don't like this shit. Bitch, you a fucking hypocrite. All right? Because I was right there with you, hoe. Okay? Girl, what you talking about? I remember when we used to go hang out back in the day, girl, and you be like, listen, take a picture of that dude over here because that's what I'm going home with. I'm like, okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. Okay? I ain't never judge you, Tanya. Tanya, I never judge you, okay? Uh-huh. Remember that time when I had to come pick you up in county? Remember that? I ain't judge you for that shit. But now you want to come on here and judge me for saying motherfucker and shit. Okay? I'm so goddamn tired of you, bitch. So goddamn tired of you. You think because you married Walter, who owned the heat and air conditioning company, and you go to church every Sunday now, somehow or another, you better than me. You not better than me, bitch. You not better than me. Okay? All right? I'm still getting my life together, but that don't mean you got to treat me like this. I've always had your back, girl. Uh-huh. I think you curse too much, MJ. You need to get saved. Mm-hmm. Girl, I was the one who took you to church the first time. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. It's okay. Write your damn questions in here. Okay? Uh-huh. Remember that time when you caught Walter with another man? Uh-huh. I covered your tracks. I covered everything for you because you ain't want your sisters and them to know because it was the day before y'all got married. I've been in your corner this whole time. Uh-huh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I gotta put my shit away. All right. Uh-huh. Write y'all's questions in here. How do I boost my self-esteem? By not putting myself around bitches who make me feel bad. Y'all don't understand this. The people that you put yourself around have a huge impact on how you view and value yourself. When you put yourself around people who are constantly criticizing you, constantly playing devil's advocate, you don't need no fucking devil's advocate. What gives them the goddamn authority to question your motherfucking decisions? If the decision ain't right, your discernment, your God, your shit will teach you what the fuck it is. You ain't got to be around them. So you boost your self-esteem by being around bitches that make you feel good. Be around men that make you feel good. You second guessing yourself. You know that shady asshole that you hang out with who always got some fuck shit to say, always got to question you in some fucked up ass way. Even your goddamn family members, okay? If they don't treat you like family, then fuck them. That's how you boost your self-esteem. The fuck? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let me arrange my hands again. I got stuff on them. Hold on. You see all this? You see all this good? Child, one of these big back hoes tried to say my shit was AI. Tried to say this was AI. Oh, big back bitch. Okay. Just because you breathe in extra pounds and it won't do shit to get rid of them, don't sit up here and try to question my shit. Mm-hmm. I'm actually in a great mood today. A bitch is feeling lovely. I've not been on live in a minute, so I thought I'd come on here and just chit-chat it up with you girls. You see all this cakeage? You see all this cakeage? Let me stop, y'all. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop, flip, and reverse it over here so we can eat together and talk together and have ourselves just a lovely time, a lovely time, a lovely time together. How are y'all doing? My goodness, my God. I'm going to click on this window here and see what questions y'all got for me. This is my meal. This is my meal. I try to keep it healthy enough. All right. I can't take your man if I look fucked up. Now, can I? I'm joking. I don't think so, man. That's it. That's good. Okay. My contractor who I hired and had an immediate connection with wants to sleep with me. Okay. We are all over each other, but I'm scared to mix business with pleasure. But I want it. What would you do? Girl, you don't want to ask what I would do, honey. All right? Throw that ass in the circle and stop. No, I wouldn't. That's good. You lose power with men when you give them the you know what too early. So, hold it back just a little bit. Make sure he's worth it. And then if he is, throw that ass in the circle. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not one of these girls who's all about don't do it. Cause I feel like we got that advice our whole life, and a bunch of us that ain't work out well for us. Girl. Make him wait. Don't do that. Don't be with him. Focus on you. Y'all bitches been focusing on yourselves for the last 4 fucking decades. At what point do you have room for somebody else? At what point do you open the door for somebody else? Why you gotta focus on you? Why is life only good if you focus on you? I hope you ain't gonna be with him. You know what I mean? I'll tune out that girl who act like that. So I'm not saying don't give him the ooh-na-na. I'm just saying make sure he ain't a waste of your ooh-na-na. And then in a minute, chicken kind of tough. But the minute that you see that he's worth it, girl, live your goddamn life. We got one life to live. And one thing I don't want you to do is go to your deathbed regret what you didn't do. And who you didn't do. You said, how long was your 80s wait? Over in your 80s and dating? You done lived long enough to know what's right for you and what's not right for you, so you do whatever the fuck you want to do when you want to do it. That's my life. Do what you want to do when you want to do it. Ain't no right and wrong. But here's the real key. Don't tell nobody about what you're doing if you know they're going to judge you. I have learned that in my life. The minute you start letting out some judgmental shit, you say that's what you're doing, me saying? That's right. The minute that somebody start letting out some judgmental shit, I can love you to death, but baby, what you doing? When you tell me your judgmental ass thoughts, when you try to censor my choice, when you try to censor my life, guess what that tells me to do? It tells me to censor myself with you and don't tell you shit. Don't do this. Why you do that? I listen to him and say, okay. Yeah, boo, you got a point. And I say to myself, don't tell them a motherfucking thing no more. I don't say shit. Cause why do I care about your opinion? If I'm healthy and happy and taking care of myself, why would your opinion be a relevant thought? You know? Mm-hmm. You're enjoying my new series? Thank you. I was supposed to write that in the window. Babies, if y'all want me to see your questions, you should write in the questions box. If you write in the window, I may see it, I may not see it. And as you can see, I'm not using my hands to scroll up to find what the fuck you wrote. People like, go read my comment. You really think I'm about to go read your shit? You think I'm about to sit up here and scroll up this goddamn screen and get chicken grease all over my phone to go find your shit when you could have just clicked the questions box and wrote your shit in here? Write your shit in the comments box. Ain't a guarantee I'm gonna read it, but you got a better chance of it. All right. Mm-hmm. My new series is called Life with MJ. You can watch right here on my Instagram page, my YouTube page, my Facebook page. Mm-hmm. 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 Who's my new boo? Who's my new boo? Jesus. Well, if you've been watching the series, you'll know his name is Samuel. But I'm not sure if he's my new boo yet. We just met in the elevator. He's amazing. He's gorgeous. He's an ex-athlete. He's got the body to prove it. Mm-hmm. Tune in. The next episode comes out Sunday. And you know the ghoster Matthew? The one who ghosted me? Let me tell you this, girl. There are some revelations coming on Sunday that are going to knock your fucking socks off. It's going to knock your socks off. Have I lost weight? I don't know. I'm not a person who ever weighs myself. Because my thing is, if I'm working on doing the best I can, what the fuck I give a damn about what the numbers say on the scale? My question is, do I look motherfucking good? Do I look good? You said he was fine, baby, and he is fine. Both of them. Mm-hmm. So, no, I don't know if I lost weight, but I know I look good as a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I know these titties are sitting high. I know this old peach is peaching. How you doing? Mm-hmm. Mm. Child, they denied Diddy's bail twice. They put up $50 million. They said, no, sir. Y'all, what y'all think gonna happen to him? What you think gonna happen to him? Child, they gonna have him up under the jail. That's what it looked like to me. So you know I'm nosy. And when I be sitting up in bed, honey, with my hair all wrapped up, I be sitting in there reading shit. I don't want to read the article. Show me the court documents. Baby, I went to go look up the indictment where it listed out everything. I think that one was 14 pages. I read the other one too. If what they saying is true, it's true. You think that's a mental health condition to be doing all that? Why you got to do all that? Why you got to do all that? What you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil for? 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Why you need all that? Huh? You had to fly in the girls. They ain't had no girls down the street that was nice for you. They ain't had no girls down the street that was nice for you. Huh? He had a whole team, that's what they said. They said he had a whole crew. A staff. To even put the lighting together in the hotel room. Said they needed IV treatment. IV treatments for after they did it to recuperate. I thought that I had some good you know what in my day, but I ain't never need no IV treatment after the you know what. You know what I mean? Oh, goddamn. I don't want nobody to wear me out like that. I don't want you to wear me out like that. I want to be able to walk the next day. I thought about saying, they need an IV treatment to recuperate. Then goddamn, can the bitches walk after the fact? What was you doing? You gotta soak in Epsom salt after that. Fuck an IV, you gotta soak in Epsom salt. You need some steroid cream to rub on it for anti-inflammation. You gotta have some inflammation. How long do you think the girls is puffy for? You think they got to be puffy? Not, no pun intended, right? That's what I'm saying. I like mine's husband style. Don't come around here trying to wear me out. Don't come around here trying to wear me out. Don't come around here doing all that mess. I'm all right. I'm all right. We got what? You got 17 and a half good minutes. Okay? If you can't accomplish what you need to accomplish is 17 minutes and a half when you have. Okay? And this ain't the night. People talking about. They said it went to multiple days. Girl, I got 17 and a half minutes. Now, if you got stuff like mine, you don't even need that much, honey. You put them out in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Bam. Come on. You good, baby? You don't gotta apologize. It's fine. I know you normally do. I know, baby. I know that wasn't your norm. It's my motherfucking norm, honey. Put you out. Baby, you don't want to get up and take a shower? You sleep already? You knocked out, huh? You don't want to take a shower or nothing? Put him out in 5 minutes. He can't even get up to take a shower. Be like NyQuil. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shower in a minute. I'm sorry, baby. You know, I was just happy to see you. Yeah. When y'all be telling me that these men be taking an hour with you, I'm like, baby, you got to do some exercises on that thing. They got exercise on that. Because if it take him an hour to get to where he need to go with you, then baby, something ain't right. We got to tighten up some things. And of course, we're talking about our prayer life. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about. That's not bragging. Telling me, oh, the man, he take an hour to get me there. You proud of that? You just want to tell the whole world that? Whole hour. You ain't see nothing wrong with that? Maybe your tires ain't got no treads on them no more. I'm just saying, I'm not judging, baby. I ain't never been one to judge. I'm just calling it out. I don't want your reputation in these streets to be what I'm sure it is if a man take a half hour. You say he just got up and left, huh? He had enough energy to just get up and walk. Took an hour and then still had enough energy. All right, now maybe they do it different where y'all from. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know where these girls came from, the Diddy girls with the bionic stuff that they got, because I don't know that I could have lasted for that many days. Okay? I don't think I could have lasted that many days. Wherever he was, whatever, that would, my body ain't built for that. Or y'all say he was, the folks was on drugs. I would imagine that would be needed. Anyway, let me get off this subject. Girl, you said it was 20 seconds last time. My goodness God. All right, let me see here. Have you started? Let me see here. My daughter called. Let me see here. My daughter called and you were right in the middle of answering my question. I missed it. I don't remember your question, baby. Oh, you recently got a job selling life insurance. It's an unlicensed job, meaning that they are paying you to help get your insurance license. They paying you $18 an hour. You saying, should you keep the job after you get your license? Here's what I know to be true. Most of those jobs that will pay you an hourly salary to get your insurance license, once you get your license, your commissions are going to be very low. And you probably going to have to get your own clients anyway. So my thing is, go ahead and get that license. Meet your contractual obligation. I'm not an attorney giving you legal advice. I'm saying what I would do. I would meet those legal obligations if there's any obligations I got to meet. And I would dip and move over to an agency that's going to give me more commissions. Fuck you, man. If a guy say you not beneficial in his life, but say he loved me, then what do? So you telling me a man said that you're not beneficial in his life, but he says he loves you? I'm just curious why you didn't finish off this by saying how quickly you blocked him. I'm just curious why you didn't complete this by saying you blocked his ass. I wish a man would tell me some stupid ass shit like that. You not beneficial in my motherfucking life. I bet the fuck I'm not beneficial in your life. Then fuck you mean why you talking to me? Hey Melba, why you talking to me? A man got one motherfucking time to tell me some shit like that, because that fuck with your self-esteem. Leave his ass, block his ass, and don't even give him a talk about breaking up with him. Y'all love to get these closure talks. I'm going to tell him I'm done with him and tell him what I don't want. Like, why? Because you thinking that by you talking to him, you're going to change him? He going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean it that way. Fuck him. Block him. Delete him. You live in a building with a front desk. Tell the front desk that you don't know this man. He can never come upstairs again. This man, he's not good for my safety of your heart. Please don't let him in the building anymore. He hit you up on Instagram, hit you up wherever in your DMs, girl. How would you know? Block his ass. I'm not going to block him. I want him to see what's happening in my life. Girl, don't be stupid. Y'all don't want to block people because really and truly you want to have a doorway open. If I block your motherfucking ass, I'm not talking about no little ass Instagram. I'm blocking your Instagram, every social media you got. I'm blocking your email addresses. You can block emails. That ain't hard. I'm blocking your phone numbers and shit like that. And if you dare go through somebody else to try to reach me, guess who else the fuck is getting blocked? That dumb bitch who got in somebody else's business. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life have the unmitigated gall to call me up and talk about, can you talk to Roger? He been trying to reach out. He said he been trying to reach out to you. And he trying to reach you. Roger's mama called him. Miss Janine, let me stop you right here. No, I don't. You don't have to finish, okay, Miss Janine. I like you. I like you a lot. You seem like a very smart woman. And at one point in time, I thought you was going to become my mother-in-law. But here's the thing. I know that you're intelligent enough to know that your son ain't worth shit. And so the fact that you want me to be in touch with your son, knowing that he's a worthless piece of shit, okay, to me means that you know that you don't have my best interest at heart. No. This ain't disrespect. It's disrespectful for you to call me with this bullshit. So you can hang up or you can listen. Not one way or the other. I'm going to finish what the fuck I'm saying. Okay? You sitting up there trying to tell me to jump in the fucking fire because he's your worthless ass son. Okay? So me and you, we can be cool. But don't you ever call me about him again. Okay? In fact, we can't be cool. Because you sitting up here trying to set me the fuck up just so that your son don't have to fix his fucking self. Nah, that's all right. Bye. I don't give a fuck who it is. He cares about you. Bitch, do you know what he did to me? Do you know what he did to me? And you calling me? Block them too. Block them too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I tell you what. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wish a bitch would. Mm-mm-mm-hmm. My teeth. Hold on. Not a spitter, but I was today. Let me stop. I spit my juice out. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bye, Janine. Throw that ass in a circle. I don't know why I'm thinking. Oh, so I was singing that earlier. Uh-huh. MJ, what other celebrities do you think are going down with Diddy once the investigation is completed? I don't fucking know. I mean, I doubt that he's going to go down by himself, though. I mean, because I think I read that they said that they talked with dozens, the word was dozens, of people, rather those victims of the crime, or whatever it may be. So I'd have to imagine that they had to have talked to some people, including some people who were famous at these parties. His parties were primarily attended by famous people. So, you know what I'm saying? But the question I would, and I don't know shit about the law, is, was it automatically illegal for them attending the party? I mean, they went to a sex party. Random famous woman, famous man, whoever was at his parties. And some of these parties may not have been full-on sex parties. They may have become that later on in the evening. That's what I used to hear about his parties. Yeah, baby. Let me tell you this. I'm surprised that it took this goddamn long. Because, baby, anybody who was anywhere near New York or L.A. over the last 20 fucking years, you heard about his parties. Now, you ain't hear about nothing like illegal-ish happening, but you would hear about his parties. Hell yeah, you heard about these parties about, you know, and it wasn't just him, it was other celebrities too, where they'd have these parties, and the beginning of the night or whatever, beginning of the party was normal, fine, whatever. But later on in the night, whoever was allowed to stay, whatever happened, right? I wasn't cool enough to get invited to shit. But I was around, you know, I lived in LA, you know, so you'd hear about stuff, but I ain't never hear about all this shit. And so my point is this: there were probably tons of celebrities who may have attended his parties, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they were involved in anything illegal, right? And let's say they went to a party and did do a little shimmy with somebody there. I don't necessarily know if that was illegal. Who I think is probably more vulnerable within this, just from reading the documents, I would imagine is his staff. Those people who knowingly were doing stuff to coordinate these illegal activities. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, would seem like the people who are probably going to be most vulnerable, you know, to legal action. You know, but I'm imagining some of them probably been singing like canaries long before they arrested him. So even, how you think they got all the evidence? You think that they got it from going on that little raid in his house? Hell no. His house may have stuff in it, but I'm sure there was far more information. Because the indictment details out a lot. And, you know, they had to go before a grand jury, which means that when you go before a grand jury, you're presenting all the evidence, or a lot of the evidence that you're going to use to go after this person. And the grand jury says, yes, you can move forward, and no, you can't. And so with that said, they already have substantial enough evidence, and I'm sure that it exceeds what they got out of his house. So that would lead me to believe that there are other people who, what's the word, cooperating or cooperating or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would imagine so. You know? Turn my ear itching. Yeah, so you saying that he recorded a lot to blackmail people with it. I read that too. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I don't know about y'all. Can I be honest with you? I I've never met that man a day in my life. Never met him. But just seeing him on camera, y'all see the headshot, not headshot, we call it mug shot of him when he got arrested the other day. His face, it seems scary to me. Am I the only one who feel that way? His face just looks scary to me. It looks... He looks like he has a darkness to him. You know what I mean? It looks like look at his eyes. Now, I'm a Pisces, so it just may be my spiritual reading of him. But there's something about him that's heavy and that doesn't connect. You know? And it's not just that. I've seen him in old interviews and everything like that. And I mean, you know, he's been a cultural icon for what, 30 years now? It's impossible not to know who he is. And it's impossible to not have formed an opinion about him even before all this stuff have come up. Right? He just always seemed like a scary person to me, at least. You know? And I don't scare easy. But to him, he seems scary. To me, he seems scary. You know? Or something connected. You know what I mean? You know? But what I felt bad for was, what's her name? Cassie, where she described her situation. And she was talking about how, you know, whenever she want to leave, he send people out there to her to intimidate her, to try to get her to come back. Can you imagine being in that position where you're being terrorized, brutalized, whatever it may be, by somebody, and they are so rich that they, I mean, rich. I'm not talking about you got a couple dollars in the bank and a Mercedes in the garage. I'm talking about like rich. You know, you own an alcohol company, like you loaded, you know? And you are this person's so rich that it's alleged that he has ties to law enforcement. The guy who worked on his team, I don't know if he was really in law enforcement. That's what they made it seem like. Or it's alleged that he, what was it? Yeah, that he would beat up the people or threaten all this kind of stuff. Like, people say, why didn't she just leave? Where was she going to go? How, if she's being tracked and followed? Or she could just call the police. But what about when you're dealing with... It's now, you know, acceptable to believe that the police would step in on any claims that are reported about him now. But what about 10 years ago? 15 years ago? You know what I mean? Would you, if you were her, would you have really trusted that, okay, if I report this, A, he's going to be prosecuted, and B, I'm not going to be retaliated against, right? So I don't know how she got out, or what she did to get out of that situation. And then you think about Kim Porter. Y'all see that psychic that's on YouTube? The psychic on YouTube. She mentioned all this. Remember her? She mentioned all this. Go watch that old, it's a psychic. She's got, her name is Sloan something. I've seen she got white hair. She had a video that Sloan Bella. Go watch her video. She predicted all this. I don't know if you're going to say predicted it, or she, I guess, spoke to Kim Porter's spirit. You ain't got to believe in it. I'm just telling you what she said. But that video, I think, came out a year before all this stuff came out. And she talked about that all this stuff was going to unravel for him and all this stuff was going to come out. Right? You say Cat Williams did too? Uh-huh. Cat Williams said something. He ain't do nothing wrong, but he said something. Jaguar Wright. I was watching I used to watch Jaguar Wright on YouTube and TikTok all the time. Okay? I did. And I remember the stuff she would say. But let's not forget the one and only Wendy Williams. Did we not forget Wendy? See, Wendy said a lot. They put her out of New York. Remember they put her out? I don't know the full story, but they say that she lost her job because of him. Now that woman had bravery, because you couldn't have paid me all the money on this earth back then to say a motherfucking thing. Hell motherfucking no. Hell no. You want to pick a fight with the devil? Good luck. I wouldn't say a motherfucking thing. I'm not about to set myself up to be victimized. Self-preservation, baby. So the fact that she was willing to say some shit back then, Wendy, hats off to her. I know Wendy going through a lot today and everything like that. She been through a lot. Some things were her own choices. You know what I mean? Her carrying on the drinking and all that stuff. Her carrying on, staying in the marriage with that man. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like she a full victim of life, but I can say, I think we owe her some apologies. Okay? You said Audrey O'Day was saying it as well. I never knew what she was saying. I don't know what happened to Kim, so that's why I'm not reading the comments where you all are saying what you all believe happened to Kim. Because I've not heard any claims. I've not seen anything in terms of an indictment that says that. And that's a very big statement to say about what you all are saying happened to her. That's a very big statement to say. And if that's true, I'm sure it will come out. You know, but I'm sticking with focusing on the goddamn laundry list of shit that's already come out. You know what I'm saying? Girl. Oh my God. Anyway, what's my next thing? You say, what did Kim pass from? I don't know how she passed. Go watch the interview with Sloan Bella. Do you think a long distance friendship can become more, or is he just playing? Girl, if a man wants you, you know it. And he don't hold back. Men don't do a good job at waiting. That's why when y'all be telling you with these men, he like, I want to take my time. I don't want to go too fast. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, because he don't fucking want you. Girl, deal with that. Because when a man wants you, girl, can't nobody hold him back from you. Men don't have any chill. They don't have any breaks. They move fast. You be finishing the date and they be like, so you got plans for tomorrow? You know, I'm just saying, you know, just trying to plan out something. You know, you got plans for tomorrow, you know? He talking about like, let's take it slow and, you know, I'm not trying to rush nothing coming in a period of my life where I'm just trying to build me up. I'm trying to build me up. And, you know, I got to focus on this. So, you know, we can hang out. We can be cool, you know, and everything like that. But I just want to make sure that I approach this in the right way. Because whoever will be my next one is going to be my forever. He's full of shit. And he knows you're dumb enough to believe that shit. Okay, if a man doesn't seem borderline fucking obsessed with you, because that's what masculine energy turns into. When he really wants you, just like, I want you. If he don't seem that way, girl, he don't want you for real. He don't want you for real. He don't want you for real because we've all experienced what it means for a man to really want you. You've experienced what it means. Now, he may not have been the right man for you, but you know what it looks like when a man really wants you, right? You know what that looked like, right? So why are you accepting less from these fucked up ass men out here? And they're not really fucked up. They just accepting what you accepting what they giving you. They're not fucked up. You the problem. Men will text you every goddamn day, call you 4 times a day, and that shit is lovely. I love that shit. I love it. Call me 2, 3, 4 times a day. Okay? Check on me. Okay? Ask me what I'm doing tomorrow while you laying up on my titties today. Okay? What you doing tomorrow? I don't know what you want me to be doing tomorrow. You want me to be with you? What we gonna do? You ain't got no plans. You just want to be together. Okay. Bitch, I'm here for it. If you're not giving me that fucking energy, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't motherfucking want you. I don't want no man who don't put that work in. I don't like no dudes who hold back. Like, let me just be cool. What's the word for when men hold back? Act like a bitch. Is that the word? What do they call it when a man hold back? Acting feminine as fuck. What do you call a man? The word when a man holds back. The phrase I'm forgetting. That he don't want your fucking ass. Oh, it's another one. It's not coming to me yet. That he has somebody else that he really wants and you're just a consolation prize. Fuck. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those. Use whichever one you want. I don't remember. Yeah, placeholder, rebound, yeah, whatever you want to call it. You said, what about a stage 5 clinger, like a guy who's really super clingy? Clingy is only clingy when you don't want him, right? When you want a man can be doing some shit that's borderline crazy. Like, he is so sweet, girl. Yeah, I was at my job the other day, and I look out the window. Why is he sitting out there in the parking lot with roses and shit? He is so sweet. Now, if that was some dude you didn't fucking want, they'd be like, oh my God, girl, I'm sitting at work. Oh my God, you would not fucking believe this, okay? I'm sitting in my goddamn desk. Next thing I know, I get a text message, right? I look at the text message. It's Roger. Like, why the fuck is he texting me in the first place? Every day, good morning, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I go read the text message, and then it say, look outside. I'm like, look outside where? I'm at fucking work. What do you mean? So I'm like, look outside where? And the next thing I know, I look out the fucking window and his ass is standing out there leaning up against my motherfucking car with some roses and shit. What kind of crazy fucking shit is this? You see the difference there? You see the difference there? For Tony that you really like, that you fuck with. So that was the sweetest thing. Girl, he came to my job with flowers and shit. And those other bitches fucking hated it. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. Trish in HR, she fucking hated that shit. I can't stand her ass either. You see where I'm going there? So stage 5 clinger is actually quite nice when you want them. Okay? Girl, if you don't want a man, him just calling you once a week is too goddamn much. You be like, the fuck? Hold on, girl. He's calling me right now. Yes, he's calling me right now. Hi. No, I didn't want to answer a FaceTime right now. I'm busy because he tried to FaceTime you first. Yeah. What am I doing? Just living. Yeah, what's up? What's up? I'm busy. Yeah, what's up? You sent the check on me. Oh, okay. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. How about this? What time is it? 8? Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed in like a couple minutes. I have an early morning. Yeah, so I may not be able to call you back tonight. Yeah, I promise I'll call you at some point. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Thanks for calling me too. I think you're nice too. After you said I love you. I think you're nice too. Okay, hold on. Yeah, my mother called on the other line. I gotta go, bye. You are annoyed by the fact that he's breathing in your presence. This is not a phone. This is a solar-powered charger. I'm talking to you on the phone. Okay? Versus a man who you really like. Girl, he called you. You could have all your girlfriends over having a nice little night of cocktails and conversation. He called you. Y'all, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Hey. Hi. What you up to? You was thinking about me. That is so crazy. I was thinking about you too. No, of course I'm not annoyed that you called me an hour ago. No, it's cool. You can call me as much as you want. In fact, I love seeing your name on my phone. It makes me so happy. You want to FaceTime me right now? Of course you can. Hold on. Hi. It's so good to see you. What am I doing after this? Well, what you want me to be doing? Girl, you will cancel your plans with your bitches just to go hang out with him. Am I lying? Am I lying? Okay. Oh, shit. Be so mesmerized you forget the tops in the drink. You hollering because you know I'm telling the truth. So that's why I say, don't y'all ever tell me you don't like a clingy man. Because every bitch don't like a clingy man until she meet a man that she clingy over. I need stage 5 clinger. Okay? I need that shit. Okay? Well, you don't know what to do with yourself when I'm not there. Okay? It is what it is. Hold on. What's your advice when your spouse gets missing for days at a time after an argument? So you telling me he goes missing for days at a time after an argument? And just for assumptions and conversation, I'm assuming that you probably told him how much this distresses you in the past. He knows that. It's not a secret that this distresses you. In fact, he does it because it distresses you. That's a power move. It's a control move. Rather, he's going to be with another bitch or he's just going to sit at his mama's house. It's really irrelevant. The fact of the matter is he's using stonewalling. He's using an incredibly manipulative form of abuse that people use, which is they participate in conflict, rather they created it or simply participated in it. And then when things don't go their way or however it goes, they then isolate themselves or isolate you by not talking to you, right? Which then leaves you with questions because you don't know where they're at. You don't know if the relationship's over. You don't know anything. It's emotional torture, okay? And then they pop up later. And then you are more apt to forget about what happened before because you're just happy that they're back. Or in the future, you're more apt to hold back on the things you want to say or hold back on confronting them about things because you want to avoid them running off again. It's manipulative. And I do not believe that you can have any form of a healthy relationship with someone who does that. If someone, after an argument, cuts you off, disappears, and does that kind of shit, I don't give a fuck who they are. You cannot have a relationship with them anymore. That is abusive. I can only imagine how you feel when your spouse, you can't reach them after an argument. And after an argument, a disagreement, a confrontation of any kind, because that happens in relationships. You have the healthy relationship. Y'all gonna have healthy relationship. Y'all gonna still have disagreements. But after the fact, you can't reach him. It's one thing for somebody to take an hour or two of some space, maybe take the night for some space. But here's what healthy fucking people do. They let you know, babe, I'm sorry. I'm just really mad right now. I don't know how to respond right now. I'm very angry at you right now. I need to take the night. I'm going to be going to XYZ location so you can know where to find them if you need to. Or, baby, I'm just going to sleep in another room tonight. Whatever it may be. I'm going to go downstairs and watch TV. All right? That's what healthy people do, is they let you know what they're going to do. They don't just take space and use it as a form of a weapon. Right? And let me see what really healthy people do. They not only tell you that they're about to take space, but they also give you a timeline for when they're going to come back. Babe, I just need to go downstairs and watch TV for a couple hours just to decompress. I need to go play golf for a couple hours. I need to go play basketball. I'm just going to go to my mother's house for however long, right? I'll be back tonight, a couple hours, and let's talk then. So now you got a clear idea of what's going on with them, but you have a clear expectation of when they'll be able to regroup with you. That's what really healthy people do. Okay? There are levels to health. But let me tell you what people who are emotionally immature, who are incapable of having healthy relationships, in fact, People who get off on hurting you. Because it's their form of control. Silent treatment is a controlling form of abuse. It's a form of abuse. This is what these types of people do with abuse. They disappear. Days, weeks, hours, months. And they don't tell you shit. They leave you in a lurch. They are knowingly triggering your abandonment issues. They are knowingly isolating you. They're trying to punish you. They're trying to punish you for disagreeing with them. Does that sound like what a healthy fucking person does? Why would you want to be in a relationship with someone like that? Why would you remotely even want to continue to call them your spouse? Fuck that shit. It's stonewalling. It's absolutely stonewalling. Baby, here's what I always say. You got to be careful. Because some of y'all may do that stupid ass shit. But let me get right up in your grill right now, okay? You got to be careful about stonewalling people, doing the silent treatment and everything like that. Because in the beginning, before people realize it's a form of abuse, yes, they're going to try to keep calling you. They're going to try to be around you. They're going to do all that stuff. They may get emotional and everything like that. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Which will make the other person seem like they're out of control. So now you feel good. Look, you're so out of control. No, you triggered them. But let's say that happens. And eventually, over time, that's what you continue to do. Every now and then, you continue to give them the silent treatment, stonewall them, disappearing out, whatever it may be. Here's the problem with that. And why it backfires on you every fucking time. Because every single time that you disappear, every single time that you give them the silent treatment, you are teaching them how to process their feelings about you without you there. You are literally giving them more and more practice at how do they self-soothe their feelings without you there. Do you think that when you're not there, they're just sitting by themselves, staring at the phone, staring at the door like a fucking poodle, waiting on their owner to come home? No. What they're doing is they're calling their mother, their sister, their friend. They're going online watching YouTube videos about narcissists or whatever comes to mind when they think about your fucked up ass traits. They're calling that guy from their job who always seemed nice, who was a nice listening ear. Or they're sitting by themselves journaling, talking to a fucking therapist. And they literally are learning how to self-soothe without you there. Then eventually, after a while, the sting and the pain and the power that you once had from giving them the silent treatment, from disappearing and all that other shit, eventually it has no power anymore. Because now they see you as their abuser. Now they see you as the person who uses silence as a weapon. Now they see you as the broken person that you are. Even if they're wrong too, they see you for who you are. Let me tell you this. If you've ever used the silent treatment as a form of controlling a conversation or anything like that, stop fucking doing that. This even applies if you're a parent. Do not do that to your children. You want to teach your kids how to fucking emotionally detach from you and then eventually go into their adult years, and they can love you, but they will not see you as a place of emotional safety. Give them the silent treatment. That's one of the most dangerous things you can do to a child, to any human being, but especially a child. Give them the silent treatment? I'll talk to you when I'm ready. So this little human being, whether you're 5, 15, doesn't matter, who depends on you for not just food, clothing, a roof over their head, but also depends on you as their place where they should expect emotional safety, now is in a position where the most important person on earth for them is detaching, being dismissive, and triggering their abandonment issues. Because any human can develop abandonment issues under those conditions. Okay. So you don't think that's traumatizing and damaging to a child? And yeah, they'll end up doing fucked up shit to other people as an adult, absolutely. But you're the culprit. You were their first enemy. You were their first abuser. You were their first person to put trauma on them. You didn't have to hit them upside the head or cuss them out or do something crazy to them to traumatize them. You traumatized them with your silence. I I see so many messages from people, y'all write to me, MJ, how do I get my child to start calling me? We're just not close as, now if they're an adult, we're not close. Or I'm not close to them as a teenager or whatever it may be. How do I get them to connect with me? I'm like, my whole thing is this. I don't know their side of the story. I can't advise you on shit. Because the fact of the matter is, y'all may be detached because of fuck shit that you done did to them. You damaged that a long time ago, baby. You spilled that milk. They don't trust you. It's a dangerous thing. So my point to you is this. And I'm going to move on to my next question. I don't believe you're capable of having a healthy relationship with somebody who gives you the silent treatment or disappears. So if I was in your shoes, this is me personally, I would be making my plan on how to leave him. I wouldn't tell him a motherfucking thing. He don't give you the benefit of telling you what the fuck he doing or where the fuck he going. He don't need to know what you doing or where you going when you leave his ass. Fuck him. Heal and move on to somebody who actually deserves you. Who can deal with shit in a healthy way. MJ, I make more than a man. I'm 20. Okay, girl. Then they find me intimidating. What should I do? What age men should I date? Girl, let me take this, okay? Because this is an age-old conversation, honey. All of us have talked about this at one point in time. Men are intimidated by me because I make more money. Girl, first of all, the right one for you is just that, the right one for you. There's 8 billion people on the face of the earth. Was half of them men? Girl, you don't need every man to want you. You need these men to eliminate themselves. When you're young, you be feeling like, oh my God, this guy don't want me, this guy don't want me, this guy don't want me because they're intimidated. Girl, that's what you fucking need. Let me be real motherfucking clear with you, okay? Let me show you what the fuck a bitch is doing these days, okay? Let me show you this shit, okay? All right? I'm proud of this shit. I am motherfucking 40 years old. Look at this shit. I'll be 40 in February, okay? Look at this. Look at this, okay? Look at this. Look at this, okay? Okay? You see me, honey, okay? She's a business owner, okay? Okay, she travels the world, okay? Okay, I take care of me. Fuck you mean? You think that I'm gonna sit up here and have my feelings hurt and be trying to figure out what the fuck I need to change or what the fuck I need to do different just because some man feel intimidated by the fact that my life may look better than his? Because he too dumb to say, oh shit, your shit is going real good and you like me? Shit, that pillow talk is gonna be amazing. Let me get close to you so that I can learn, be with you, of course, but I can learn. Because that's how I think. That's how I think, honey. I operate in femininity. You let me meet a man who got his shit going better than me, got more money than me. Hell, motherfucking yeah, I'm getting close to him. I'm attracted to that. I'm attracted to, you ain't got to have more than me, but I'm just saying, that's attractive. I'm going to glean from you. So my point is this. You got to know your worth. You got to know who the fuck you are. To know that everybody is not designed for you. You need these men to eliminate their goddamn self. When he intimidated by you and all that kind of stuff, girl, that's a good thing. He just eliminated himself. Sometimes when you got too many options, it's hard for you to pick the best one. So it's good when they start to eliminate themselves. Girl, I love that shit. That make my life so much easier. I'm kind of intimidated by you. I feel like I can't compete with you. You right, you can't, baby. But it's nice to meet you. Yeah, baby. No, you need to move on. I got other options, baby. I got other options. And at first, before I knew that you was weak as fuck, before I knew you was operating in this broken feminine energy, because it ain't even feminine energy, you got broken feminine energy. Before I knew that shit, I was actually debating between you and somebody else. But now that you done showed me this shit, you done made it easier for me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? So baby girl who just asked me about that girl, what you should do is shine bright. Wear the nice clothes. Wear the nice watch. Talk about your job. Be all the way who the fuck you are. Still operating your femininity. Okay? Success is not a reason to step outside of your femininity. Right? But be all that. Because the right kind of men are attracted to that shit. They eat that shit up. They're like, ooh, shit, I love that. Fuck you mean? Hell yeah. And if his little stuff shrivel up because of you being your full fucking self, you ain't want his weak ass in the first place. Let me tell you a little thing about this, okay? The kind of men who are most likely to put their hands on you, the kind of men who are most likely to cheat on you, the kind of men who are more likely to emotionally abuse you, is always some weak-ass man who's intimidated by you. It's always some weak-ass man who's intimidated by you. Because when they truly cherish you and they see you as one of a kind, something that can't be replaced, and they feel lucky to have you, they don't do that shit. They don't do that shit. Okay? It's always some weak-ass man who feels threatened or intimidated by you. And he uses abuse in all forms as a way of trying to control you, minimize you, or diminish you. You don't want him in the first fucking place, baby. You don't want his ass. A man intimidated by you. A man intimidated by you. Girl, I wish a man was. I wish a man was. Girl, I was out jogging in this today. This me jogging, okay? This me jogging, girl. Let me show you how I was jogging. I got a story for you, okay? Somebody just jogging and everything like that. I'm just jogging, right? I see how these men be looking at me, okay? I ain't worried about them. Okay, but I see how you see some men where they look immediately intimidated. Baby, you should be. You should be very intimidated by me. You should be intimidated by me. If your first instinct is intimidation, baby, that was primal. That means you was designed to be less than me. You should be intimidated by me. If my sheer motherfucking presence makes you feel intimidated and small, then baby, it's because you are small. Okay? And our primal connection, our spiritual connection spoke to you in a certain way that put your motherfucking ass in your place. Okay? Okay? But the right kind of man, honey, let me tell you what happens. When he sees me, girl, I ain't gonna say but what happened. The right one knew. Okay? When they see you, they motherfucking know. They don't give a good goddamn how you doing. You look nice today. This whole thing, you got bullshit. This whole thing, I just feel like my outfit, I couldn't get it together. I don't even feel cute in this. But you like it? I like it a lot. I see you coming through here all the time. I ain't never say nothing before because you always be walking so fast, but you doing good? I'm real good. You good? The fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? Thank you, Nick Townsend. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I don't worry about that. So my point to you is this. If you find that men are intimidated by you because of the way you look, because of your success, because of whatever the things are in your life that may make men intimidated by you, that's a good thing because they are eliminating themselves. I'm going to tell you another fucking thing. And I know some of y'all don't want to hear this shit. Y'all need to open up your options in terms of who you're dating. And what I mean by that is this. Okay? What I mean by that is this. Hold on, I'm trying to get this thing set up the right way. Okay? Some of y'all, for real, how do I put it like this, okay? Sometimes you gotta leave your community to be more appreciated. And this isn't just about race. Sometimes it's about if you have the ability to work someplace else or travel, moving to other places, visiting other parts of your country or visiting other countries. Maybe it's about understanding that maybe who you are as a woman, right? Maybe men who look like you are from your community. Maybe those men, not all of them, but maybe some of them or a lot of them are more disproportionately likely to be intimidated by you, right? Some of y'all 40, 50 years old, sitting up here talking about, yeah, all the men who I meet always feel like this about me. Well, girl, what's that telling you? That means that the way that these men are raised within your community, because you're dating in your community, these men have certain cultural values that don't align with being attracted to someone that you are. So you sitting up here waiting on some fucking anomaly. You sitting up here waiting on somebody who comes from this same community, who's got the same mindset as all these other men. You waiting on that one to pop up who's going to be different than the rest of them. When they all are exposed to the same information, exposed to the same cultural values, exposed to the same thing. So if the majority of people that you're meeting in your community, this ain't just black, this can be white, this can be whatever your community is. If the majority of people who you're meeting within your community are not valuing you, what does that tell you? To keep sitting there, looking east for a sunset? To keep sitting there, expecting water from a stone? No. It's saying, where do I go where people appreciate me? And then go the fuck there. So I'm about tired of y'all talking about something. I would date a man who's in this race or that race or from this group or from that group or for whatever it may be, but I'm just not attracted to that. No, you're not attracted to the stereotype that you made in your mind about what people are from that group. Okay? I see so many black women telling me I would never date a white man, right? I would never date interracial. That's what they say, I'd never date interracially. And I say, well, why not? I'm just not attracted to white men. You realize there's more races than there's black and white. Even amongst black people, there's a whole lot of different groups from different countries and everything like that. What does black mean? A black American man is very different than a black man from, I don't know, Colombia. Or a black man from, I don't know, South Africa. Or whatever it may be. Right? Or you say, I don't date white men. Okay, well, what are you basing that on? The white men from your community? Well, maybe you wouldn't like the white men from your community because maybe the cultural values that they have don't align with appreciating a woman like you. But there could be some from other communities, other countries that have very different values and will value you more. You see where I'm going with that? Right? And so from that perspective, what I'm saying is this. I believe in go where you're appreciated and love who loves you. I'm not saying fucking settle. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, I'll be damned if I'm going to sit up here and wait on men to value me. Just because we from the same community. Fuck all that shit, baby. I'm from Dallas, Texas. When my parents broke up, I moved to Temple Hills, Maryland. Okay? Let me tell you, it was a struggle for me for the longest to have men from my community value me. It was a struggle for the longest fucking time. Oh my God. When I was a teenager and everything like that, I like the guys who I was around, because my mother put me in private school and everything. We didn't really have money like that, but she put me in private school. She did what she had to do. And I just remember, you talk too proper. You too this, you too that, you too the other. And so that fucked with my head. I'm like, damn, the dudes who I'm attracted to sitting up here treat me like somehow or another, like I'm a cancer to their community just because I may speak different, just because I move different, just because I think different. Right? And then I remember getting older and everything like that. I struggled with friendships and stuff like that just because it's like, damn. Because it's like men were either intimidated by me or they didn't understand me. And I remember when I got to college, right? My first boyfriend, because I remember I would go out and I remember I would go out to like the little parties and everything like that. The black men just were not into me. Not the ones that I was around. Not a lot of them, I'll put it like that. It was the same thing. I loved them. I was like, I want him. I want him, baby. I want him. Okay? I wanted him. But that just wasn't it. I felt like they was too busy trying to make fun of me, talk about the way I talked, all this kind of stuff. And then I remember I was out this one particular night, and then this guy comes up to me, Italian. Baby, I ain't never been no white man. Okay? I'm gonna call him white. He's Italian. He's white. I ain't never been no white man. I'm from Dallas. I grew up around a bunch of black. I grew up around more Mexicans than I grew up around black people. You know what I'm saying? In Dallas, and then when I moved to Maryland, I grew up in the blackest county in Maryland, I want to say, PG County, and then I would go back and forth between the two. So I was either around Mexicans or blacks. No white people. And I'm not saying nothing negative about white people. I'm just saying that just wasn't my reality, right? So then he comes up to me. I never thought about it. It's not that I was against dating white men. They were never in my paradigm to even think about dating them. Right? So he comes up to me and he's flirting and everything like that. At first, I'm kind of like, you thinking like somebody's an alien because you ain't never seen them before. You're like, I don't care. I seen y'all on TV. And I got a whole lot of stereotypes about y'all. Uh-huh. You must think I'm some kind of fetish or something, huh? That must be what it is. You just like brown. You was like brown. Was it brown sugar, huh? I had all these stereotypes in my mind, and it was my stereotypes. It was my stereotypes that made me not attracted to him, not the reality of who this man was. Because how was this somehow or another I could make myself feel like I'm not attracted to this man solely based on the color of his skin? Ignoring the fact that he was being kind to me, ignoring the fact that he was being sweet to me, ignoring the fact that he was obviously extremely attractive to me, and he was attractive as well, when yet I can be automatically attracted to a man who doesn't treat me good, who's intimidated by me, who doesn't value me, who treats me like there's something wrong with me just because I'm educated. What? Just because he has the same skin color as me? So I'm willing to let all that stuff pass. Overlook all that shit. Right? Willing to overlook all that shit. But this one here has basically got to climb Mount Everest to get me to notice him. So I said to myself, I was like, you know what? Let me just try. Let me be open. That was my first boyfriend in college. Right? Girl. Now, you know, I was fast, honey. Okay? I was suited up back in high school. Quit playing with me, okay? All right? So I was an experienced girl by the time I made it to college, all right? And let me say this, okay, girl? He was the best I'd ever had. At that time, the best. The best. Best. Okay, baby? He was white as mayonnaise. White as mayonnaise, okay? This wasn't no M&M white, okay? Y'all be like, I would be with a white man if he could look like he get invited to the cookout. Basically, you want a white man, but he's got to have the cultural identity of a black man. Nah, baby, that wasn't this, okay? And they fine too, all right? They be real fine too. I know what you talking about, but that wasn't this. This was white as mayonnaise white, okay? And baby, when I tell you, girl, we're not gonna go into all that on here, okay? When we would go out and about, he won't grab my hand, which I had to get used to that because I'm not an affectionate person in public. I just wasn't raised like that, right? So he grabbed my hand. I'm like, right? And he hold my hand, want to touch on me. We be sitting there in the restaurant. He go to the bathroom, come back from the bathroom, and come over my shoulders like this, kiss me on my forehead. Hey, babe, sorry it took so long. I'm about to go back by the bar. You want anything? Bitch, I ain't split no motherfucking bills. I never spent a motherfucking penny. Never spent a dime. Okay? Every time I was out with him. Go for that. If something will come, the bill come or whatever, like, hold on, let me go in my pocket. Now I was a young bitch. I ain't had no money no way. But I try to go for my little pockets. Wait, hold on, let me see what I can get. Hold on. I got my things in my pocket. I got it, babe. Don't even worry about that. Okay? With these others, so you want to split this? Now, mind you, he ain't even had no money like that. He really had no money like that. I think, what was his job? His job was, he was like a manager of, what was it? I think they had like gas stations or something like that. He's like a manager or something like that. I don't know if gas stations is considered retail, but this wasn't like, I didn't get one of the corporate ones that y'all be talking about nowadays. Okay? I was broke and he was a step above it. You see what I'm saying? My point is this, it has nothing to do with race. It had to do with this. He was able to value me. And he was not intimidated by the things that made me unique and special. He was not intimidated by that. He wasn't. And so for me, that challenged me to be able to say, hold on, why am I letting my stereotypes about this man solely based on the color of his skin stop me from being able to accept the fact that he values me? I'm not trying to advocate for y'all to not date black men, blue men, purple men, and that you should date this type of man or that type of man. What I'm saying is choose those who choose you. And if the ones who you want ain't choosing you, then maybe you need to take your stuff and go sell it somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you're not the problem. Maybe if the problem is you sitting up here, right? Trying to sell something in a location that just doesn't know how to value you, right? So after me and him, we didn't work. Another story for another time. We just didn't work. It wasn't. He wasn't a perfect man. Life happens, right? We didn't work. Fast forward, what was it? Maybe a year or so later. I remember I went back to my old mindset. I'm like, okay, I need to find where's my black king? Where's my black king? Where's my black king? Because that's what I was conditioned for. Okay? That's what I was conditioned for. Right? Baby, dark. I like dark. Dark, okay? I need you to look like this. That was what I was conditioned to value, you know? I need a certain kind of man. You know, when I thought about my dream man, he was, and shit, I was light-skinned compared to him. You know what I mean? I'm telling you the mindset I grew up with. Very colorist, but in reverse, right? I wasn't checking for men if they wasn't a certain kind of way. So anyway, fast forward, what, maybe a year later, I remember I met this other guy. We would hang out and everything like that. It's black man. And I was like, okay, I'm getting my black king now. Girl, he would waste my goddamn time so much. He was playing me so hard. No, that's not because he's a black man, just because that's who he was, right? But he would play me so hard. He was so emotionally unavailable. He was in the closet. He had all this religious shit going on with him where he could like me, but really and truly still had a blockage in his mind because of his evangelical upbringing, blah, 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 blah. It's all this shit that came with him. I didn't want to deal with that shit. But I was dealing with it because he looked like my king. So for whatever reason, that didn't work out. For obvious reasons, that didn't work out, right? Then a little while later, I'm sitting up here. I remember, girls. I was hanging out with my friend Robbie. I don't know where Robbie is. I ain't seen him in ages. Anyway, I was hanging out with my friend Robbie, and Robbie was white. And we used to have a good time. I don't remember where I met Robbie or nothing. But I know that girl could roll a J. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say a J. We're going to leave it at that. He could roll a J, honey. Okay, and I remember we was out and about. He rolled this thing so good. You know, I'm not even going to go into it because I'm not going to describe it. But baby, he could roll a J, okay? And so we was sitting out, and baby, I was in the clouds, all right? I had my drink and my two-step, I was out having a good time, like, okay, having a good time, right? And I remember I was that bitch, honey. So I'm sitting up here on the damn speakers dancing. On the damn speakers, okay? I'm not a dancer, I'm a bopper. So I'm on the speakers just dancing. I got my drink and, okay? I was young. Okay, so anyway, I was having a good time. Next thing I know, I look across the room. I see this man come in. Listen, okay? I see this man come in. I'm like, he ain't black. He ain't white. I don't know what he is. He didn't look nerdy, but you could tell he was very educated. I feel like he looked kind of nerdy. Just a little nerdy, okay? And he wasn't even dressed for the club, baby. I was dressed for the club, honey. I was wearing something tight, something small. I'm literally dancing on the speakers. You're not supposed to be on the speakers, but because I used to go out all the time, they let me, they didn't care. The bouncers let me get up on the speakers. So I'm up on the speakers dancing and everything like that. Me and Robbie, high as a kite, just dancing, having a good time. High as a kite, having a good time, right? This is back in the day when I used to drink Long Island iced teas. I used to drink Long Island iced teas because they were cheap. At the place I used to go to back then, I'm going to age myself, it was $3 for a Long Island. So I could drink that all night. It was cheap and strong. So anyway, I'm up there dancing. I look across from him, I see his nerdy ass. And I'm thinking, I can't tell if he black, white, blue, or purple. Okay, I know he ain't black. And I'm just like, and he looked at me, I looked at him, and I was like, ugh. Automatically, I demoted him in my mind to being a second-class citizen within my dating preferences. And I'm like, he does not look like my black king. Right? So I kind of just ignored him. A couple days later, I'm out and about. I see him out again. He's like, hey. He's at a restaurant I was at. I was like, hey. A couple days later, I'm at this bar, because a bitch used to get it in drinking. So I'm at the bar trying to order at the bar. I'm up at the bar trying to order, trying to get the attention of the people at the bar. Next thing I know, he walks over to me and nudges me. And he's like, hey, I keep seeing you. I was like, okay. Right? And he's like, here, give me your number. I keep seeing you. Like, just give me your number. Right? I'm looking at him. My old classless ass. I was just like, as he hands me his phone, I was like, what are you? Bitch, I said, what are you? I said, what are you? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, what are you? He's like, I'm in the School of Medicine. Because we're same college, like college campuses near each other, right? It's a college town. I'm in the School of Medicine. He's being a doctor, going to school to become a doctor. I was like, no, what are you? And he was handsome. He's like, you mean my race? I was like, yeah, your race. What is your race? Are you black? He's like, I don't think I'm black. Girl. All right, now I'm a couple martinis in, bitch. I'm a couple martinis in. So I'm like, you're not black. So I think he's at least gonna say light skin, right? You're not black. He's like, no, I'm mixed with like a lot of stuff. Oh my God, one of these. Now when I say one of these, meaning somebody who's gonna say they mix a lot of stuff but not give me an answer, right? And so I was like, okay, so what does that mean? He's like, I'm American Indian. I was like, oh shit, he actually may be, because everybody claimed they Cherokee, but I was like, he actually is American Indian. Goddamn. Like, okay, now it connects the dots. So when he said it clicked, I was like, oh, that's what he is. He's like, I'm American Indian. I think my great granddad may have been black or something like that. It was one of those things like, somebody may have been black, but I'm American Indian. I was like, for real? I was like, you're not just one of these people saying you like Cherokee or some shit like that, because everybody claimed they're American Indian. He's like, no, I like went to a tribal school as a kid. Like I literally went to tribal schools and everything like that. I'm like legit American Indian. I was like, oh shit, he really is American Indian. I ain't never met no American Indian. Not that I knew of. And so I was like, oh, okay. That didn't really pull me in. I think it was just like, okay, well, I guess. And so gave my number. Maybe 4 days later, I remember I was working at a coffee shop. I get a call, right? While I'm on break from work. I was going to work, I think. He's like, hey, I met you the other day. Are you busy this Friday? And I was like, no. Do you want to go out to eat? Bitch, I was broke and in college. Yeah, we can go out to eat. Because the other ones wasn't asking me out to eat. It was, when can I come by? He asked me on a real motherfucking date. And so I was like, yeah, we can go out. Where you want to go? Bitch, I don't know where to go. My idea of going out to eat for a special meal was eating a Subway. Like, I didn't know where to fucking go. He's like, I'll send you a place on Friday. Girl, why I show up to the date late, a half hour late, because I went to happy hour with my friends. Okay, don't judge me. I was a fun time girl, okay? And so I was a half hour late, and I show up there, and he's sitting there at the table. It's such a beautiful restaurant. And when we walked in there, he was the only brown person there. I'm gonna call him brown. I was the only black person there. There was nothing but white folks in there. I was thinking, are we supposed to be here? I had that mindset back then, because I didn't grow up in spaces where I was around a lot of white people, and I was like, are we supposed to be in here? And so he's like, yeah, have a seat, just enjoy yourself. He's like, what do you want to eat? And I was like, I don't know. So he gave me this long menu of Italian food. I don't know shit. I know spaghetti. The fuck? And so I'm like, what are we going? I don't know what to get. He's like, do you like vodka sauce? I was like, vodka sauce? So I'm thinking, I drink vodka. I'm not gonna eat it. He's like, no, trust me, it's good. He's like, let me order for you. Give him the blah 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 blah. I remember the salmon with vodka sauce and some kind of pasta, blah blah blah. And we'll just share it. You know, you'll see. She's like, baby, that food was so motherfucking good. Then after the date, then I'm thinking, okay, well, have a good night, like. And then he's like, there's this really cool restaurant over. It's like a lounge in a garden. I was like, a garden? Okay, you sure? Like what kind of shit is this, right? Again, because the kind of men who I wanted, the ones that I wanted to want me, they wasn't taking me to no motherfucking cute lounge places and shit like that. They was taking me to no motherfucking where. They was trying to come by your house to just try to, you know, and everything like that. And so I was just like, okay, we can go. I'm like, okay. So I'm kind of intimidated. He's just so confident. He's just moving through the world like he's entitled to move through the world. It was a different mindset. I'd never been around a man like that who just moved through the world like he was entitled to be in every space that he desired to be in. So he walks, I was kind of walking beside him like this. You know what I'm saying? He's a big man, you know. And so I kind of walk behind him, beside him, you know, like this. We go in and we sit down. And he's like, what drink do you want? Bitch, why the fuck I say? They got an apple martini here. They got apple martinis. Bitch, I know you bitches like apple martinis, but for you bitches that ain't never been nowhere, that ain't the classiest drink to order, okay? I'm just telling you. And so he's like, there's actually a really nice drink that I think you'd like to try. It tastes similar to apple. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I got you. They bring out this beautiful drink. It's in a martini kind of glass, but it's like lavender colored, right? And it was like this rose infused gin or vodka, something like that, infused with rose petals, so it tastes like roses. But then they had like a little lemon in it, something like that, and it was sweet. It was like, god damn. I was like, this is the apple martini. He's like, it's close enough. He made me feel comfortable in these spaces that clearly I had never been in, and didn't make me feel like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. He helped introduce me, right? So we went there, we carried on, we had a good time. And then we left there, and he's like, hey, you want to go back to my house? He's like, you want to go smoke? I was like, it was legal back then. I was like, yeah. I was like, where? And he's like, we can go back to my house. And I was thinking, oh, here he go. I guess he just like the rest of these men. We go back to his house. He had a nice little apartment. And sit there, smoked a little bit. I fell asleep on his couch. I fell asleep, right? I was tired. I mean, girl, I've been drinking all night and eating all that good food. So I fell asleep. Woke up the next morning. I was in his bed. He had carried me into his bedroom, fully clothed. I was like, oh my God, I felt so embarrassed. So I get up in the morning, try to sneak out. He's like, where are you going? You're not hungry? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. He's like, no, let's eat. I'm gonna get you some breakfast. Let's have some breakfast. So he made breakfast, and I remember I went home. Then that night he calls me up. He's like, hey, you like honey bun cake? I was like, what the fuck is a honey bun cake? He's like, it's good, trust me. And then so he's like, why don't you come by? I made a cake. So I go by. He had cooked his ass off. And I ended up spending the night there. Did nothing, fell asleep there. Girl, that man found a way to ask me to come over and be with me every night. 4 years later, I was still with him. We broke up because life moved on. It was what it was, nothing bad. This ain't a story time. It just, life happened. My point is this. I got to spend those years as a very young person with a man who had a lot more exposure than I had in the world, with a man who didn't have a lot of the cultural trauma that unfortunately a lot of black men do carry around, and it's not their fault. But he just didn't have that trauma. So he was able to love me and embrace me without having to fight through that trauma. He was able to be emotional because he didn't come from an environment where emotions were suppressed. And there's plenty of black men who don't have that issue. I'm not trying to paint a picture of all black men or all any men. But that wasn't his issue. Right? He didn't have all those issues. He valued me. Shit, to him, I was the exotic thing. And that doesn't mean I was his fetish, but I'm just saying he loved my beautiful brown skin. And I was able to have a beautiful relationship with him. And to this day, we're still amazing friends. And after that, I found myself in relationships with black men from different parts of the diaspora, African, Caribbean, African American men. I found myself, I've been with men of Asian descent, men of different descent. I'm not going to go down the list because y'all can call me a hoe. But my point is, I value that experience with both of those two men that I dated in college because it opened my mind to choosing men who choose me and not allowing race or class to be the thing that guides me on what my type is. And if I keep feeling like within a particular group of people, these men tend to be intimidated by me or feel whatever, I'm having these consistent experiences with these types of men, period, then I know that there are other groups out here. Some of y'all feel like there ain't no men out here. No, there ain't no men in the pool you looking in, baby. Pick your shit up and go to another pool. Dip your toe in different pools until you find the one that works for you. Like, ooh, this one's good. This one's cold. This one's warm. This one's hot. Ooh, this one's just right. I like this shit. I like this shit. This one's it right here. This one's it. And the one that worked for you, it may not work for your friends. They may say, well, I don't like those kind of men. They too much this, they too much that. You know, I'm not telling my business. I'm just going to leave it at this, okay? Me personally, I happen to appreciate men from certain types of cultures, because I'm old enough to know what cultures I like, right? This includes black men, right? It doesn't matter. This isn't a racial thing, because culture goes beyond just race. I appreciate men who have very strong masculine energy, but are still very caring, right? Who are very emotionally available. I appreciate a man who can be extremely masculine, but still able to cry. You see what I'm saying? And so there are certain cultures that I've been able to identify, that I have a greater likelihood of meeting those types of men with them. Men who take pride in taking care of you. Even if he make 10% of what you make, he still want to make sure that he do the best he can to take care of your ass. I appreciate those men. Right? That's what I culturally align with. And it's not a black thing or a white thing. You see what I'm saying? Because when I'm talking about there are black men in these cultures, there's quote-unquote white men in these cultures, there's brown men in these cultures. Right? And these are multiple cultures in different parts of the world. But if I kept myself only dating the men who came from the same backyard that I came from, things wouldn't be as good for me. So I'm just telling you like it is, telling you like I lived it, telling you like I live it. Okay? Choose the men who choose you. Value the men who value you. And for the ones who don't value you, bless their heart. They're not for you. Don't waste another day, another minute, another hour of your life sitting up here trying to go after a type and you not they type. I'm going to say it again. Stop choosing men as your type when you clearly ain't they type. If they want a weak broad who don't make no money, who makes them feel strong so that he don't have to feel intimidated, let him find that broad. Let him find her. But there are men out here from lots of different cultures with the things that make you smart, the things that make you intelligent, the things that make you powerful, the things that make you you. You don't have to dim your light. You don't have to minimize that because they love it. Because within their culture, right, the way they were raised, your excellence doesn't trigger them to feel small. Click like and click share on that, y'all. I'm going to share this video on YouTube so y'all can watch the replay over there, okay? And if you haven't watched my series, go watch it. And if you don't have my best-selling book, Get the F Out of Your Own Way, A Guide to... Why do I curse through everything else, but I'm cursed about my book title? It's called Get the Fuck Out of Your Way, A Guide to Letting Go of the Things That's Holding You Back. You can click the link that's on my Instagram page or the link that's directly above or below this video to go get the book. Go get the book. Also, if you want to join my team or purchase life insurance, if you want to learn how to sell insurance, or if you want to watch my series, all those can be done through clicking the link on my Instagram page. Keep in mind, I also do one-on-one sessions occasionally as a life coach. So if you want to schedule a session with me, you can click the link on my Instagram page to schedule there. Basically, the link on my Instagram page or the link that's directly above or below this video will give you access to everything you need to get closer to me and to get access to all the resources that I have so you can live the life that you desire and deserve. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.